Hey, Take Heart Kids, Pastor Scott here. Miss ya, can't wait to see you again. Today we're talking about worship. If you want to follow along in your Bibles, turn to Acts chapter 16. We're going to look at verses 16 through 34. And today we're looking at another form of worship, and really worship during the times when maybe you don't feel like worshiping. This story is about Paul and Silas. Now, Paul and Silas were doing what God wanted them to do. They were going through cities, they were healing people, and people, for whatever reason, in that city didn't like what they were doing. So they ended up getting thrown into jail.
This is not fun.
Now, when they were in this jail, many of us, we would be scared, we would be uncertain, we would be questioning what God was doing. God, I'm doing what you want us to do. Why are we in jail? Why are we in trouble? But that's not what they did. What they did was they sung songs and worshiped God.
My God is so big, and strong and so mighty, there's nothing our God cannot do.
Now, when they worshiped God, they did it in a spirit of love. They were excited. They were happy to do so. They weren't worried about anything. And guess what happened? God took care of them.
Bye-bye. I'm done.
There was an earthquake. It came through, the doors opened up, everything fell around them, but they were safe. Their chains fell off and they were able to move forward, and they were rescued from their bondage, and they were rescued from prison. But that's not all that happened. Because as they were leaving, they came across what you may have heard before is the Philippian jailer. And when they came across him, he was so scared about what was going to happen to his job, because he thought that people were going to think that he was the one that let them go, that he was about to hurt himself. And Paul and Silas said, no, this is what God wanted. He said, this is what Jesus did for you. When he told them about Jesus, now he died for them, and now he took care of their sins, and now he doesn't have to be worried any longer about where he's going to spend eternity. And that Philippian jailer got saved that day. And kids, I would encourage you, through when life gets scary, when things, you don't know what's going to happen, when life seems to get hard, don't let that stop you from worshiping God. Sing songs to him and be excited about what God is going to do in your life.